The word liminal means a state or period of transition. So are you ready to be transformed as I summarize the key points from this book? Firstly, picture an elephant, I don't mind which colour it is, but with several different blind people holding on to particular parts. So one's got the ear, one's got the trunk, one's got the leg, and one's perhaps got the tail. Now if you asked each person to describe what they're holding and therefore describe the type of beast it is, you'd get very different pictures. But equally, if you then asked that person to listen to the other person's description of this elephant, it would be like chalk and cheese. All would believe the other person is mad and that they are correct. And it's because they don't see the whole picture. And that's really a bit like life and reality. We only see a tiny fraction of it, what we perceive. And we want to open up our minds to the whole picture. And we can do that by considering other people's perspectives, and it'll help us build a more accurate understanding. So here are the key points. Be open to change. This is all about being open-minded, and liminal thinking enables you to explore new ideas and solutions without being weighed down by cognitive rigidity. So if we can deliberately open our minds to other people's viewpoints and pause in our preconceived notions and biases, that will actually help us see new opportunities. Beliefs are built like a pyramid, and this is a visual representation in which you've got a layer upon layer of things that have occurred in your life, or people have told you certain things and you've believed them, and then so you may have a belief at the top here, but there's an underlying fundamental foundation levels which really need to be targeted if we want to have any meaningful change. As I say, beliefs are constructed, and these are not objective truths, and they're really just based on our subjective experiences. So if you take different people, they may well have different beliefs, but if you spend time socializing with friends and family who have similar beliefs to you, what you'll find is there's a never-ending loop of reinforcing beliefs, because the people you speak to will believe the things that you believe, and you'll all think that you're right. And in essence, beliefs are important, because otherwise every day you'd wake up like a baby, completely reset to the world, not knowing what is occurring and how to behave. So in essence, a belief is like your own GPS, your internal GPS. But the main point is actually construct it deliberately. Because reality is constructed, and we all construct our own reality. And it's the space between reality and the obvious is this liminal space. And if you can think in that zone between these two dimensions of obvious thoughts and reality, that's where you can actually tweak your perception of reality and improve it. A doom loop. Now watch out for these. These are spirals of negativity in which thoughts match one another and therefore drag you down. And this can be really challenged by changing the story, the inner monologue that you tell yourself, that you make in your mind. So for example, you may see a dog and brand it as it's a bad dog, and you think of reasons why this dog may be bad. But you could transform that story and think it's a good dog, it just needs a bit of training. And by co-creating a new story, you can potentially create a whole web of possibilities. And if you want to know more about an upward spiral of positivity, please check out this video in which I mention about the key ratio of 3 positive thoughts to 1 negative thought. Beliefs and actions. Now your beliefs inform your actions, and your actions are then interpreted by others, which can therefore inform their beliefs and actions. So it's like a never-ending cycle we've got here that shapes the world. But in essence, what you believe is important, and your actions are obviously important as well. Blind spots. These are created by beliefs actually, because it's not about what you're looking at, it's about what you focus on. So if you think of a large picture, different people will see different things even though they're both looking at the same picture. And what we want to do as individuals hoping to improve ourselves is to become aware of what our blind spots are. Be the solution. Now, if there's a problem in a system and you're part of that system, then guess what? You're actually part of not just the problem but the solution as well. Emotions drive actions. Now, I've already mentioned about the importance of beliefs and actions, but be aware that when we take an action, it's often not because of a kind of reasoned thought. It's because of how we're feeling at that moment, and we need to tell somebody this, so we need to show this and respond. But instead, if we can understand our emotions, it will help us understand not just our own human behavior, but the behavior of others. And finally, reality is viewpoint dependent. So remember that reality can change depending upon your viewpoint. And the way you see the world isn't set in stone. It's flexible, it's dynamic, and it could change from how you feel how you felt last year to how you're feeling today. I'll leave you with this saying from the Zen saying about a cup. And you are like a cup. You're full of ideas. And you come and you ask for teaching, but your cup is already full. So I can't actually put anything in the cup. Before I teach you, you'll have to empty your cup. And I think that's really profound here, and it's relevant for the points that I've mentioned. Because to truly learn, you have to empty your mind to make space for new ideas. It's almost like rebooting your brain, a bit like a computer. Anyway, liminal thinking. So in summary, this is the mindset that challenges your beliefs, encourages open-mindedness, and helps you navigate the world with a fresh perspective. So why not subscribe and check out some of my other videos for some more mind-expanding content. I'll see you next time.